Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Charles Sebastian, and welcome you guys to another episode of the Dreamers Pro Show. We cover everything from sports, hot topics, classic debates, entertainment, and we give you guys a fresh perspective on things and how we see them. And today we got a hell of a show in store for you guys. Before we get into it, please make sure you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Well, folks, this is August 6th, and you guys know it's pretty much that time of the year where there isn't much to talk about. And if you're lucky to come up and find something interesting to talk about, you're a pretty lucky person. And it looks like we did today, right? Well, today, yesterday, depending on when you see this. But we saw this story early this morning. So what happened? I was going to the internet and I saw a story on fadeawayworld.net that was related to the Lakers announcing their coaching staff to surround JJ Redick in this upcoming season. Now, if you guys know, the Lakers have been making some moves, or have made some moves that has left a lot of people scratching their head. All right. And now, you know, it started off with them hiring JJ Redick, and there were a lot of people looking at them like, okay, they had the opportunity to get Dan Hurley, but they didn't get that because they didn't offer him enough money, allegedly. And then they went out there to get JJ Redick, a person who had no coaching experience whatsoever, anywhere, on any serious level. And they basically overlooked other candidates that would have been more suitable for this particular job, at least people that had some basic coaching experience, whether as an assistant coach or a head coach in the NBA. The Lakers decided that they weren't going to do any of that, that they wanted to get a new guy that was unproven, had no track record, and that person was going to be JJ Redick. And when they hired him, a lot of people began to speculate about, you know, whether or not this was the Lakers' decision or if they were influenced by LeBron and his camp, because, you know, him and JJ Redick had a podcast and all of these different things. So nevertheless, they went out there, they got JJ Redick. And then after that, they drafted Bronny James, I think with the 55th pick, if I remember properly. So once they drafted him, a lot of people were wondering, well, this guy has no experience at all, right? He has no experience, and he's coaching for one of the most well-known sports franchises in the world, in the Los Angeles Lakers. So we were like, okay, we know he has no experience. So now it looks like a lot of what we're going to expect from JJ Redick as a rookie head coach is going to come from the people that are going to be surrounding him as he, you know, makes his entree into his first year as an NBA head coach. And this article basically broke down all of the different people that the Lakers are hiring as assistant head coaches to support JJ Redick. So this is the information that we want to get into here today. But before we even get into this article, today's video is brought to you by our sponsor, Prize Picks, which is the largest daily fantasy sports platform in North America. Prize Picks is really simple. Instead of just selecting a team, you just select two or more players, pick more or less their projected stats, and then you place your entry. For example, this week, I'm selecting two entries. Stephen Curry for more than 25 points, and then I got Anthony Davis for more than 2 blocks, and Damian Lillard for more than 4 3-pointers made. PrizePicks is also the only daily sports platform with an injury insurance policy. So for example, if you have a player who gets injured in the first half and doesn't return to the second half, that player gets automatically rebooted. What I also love about PrizePicks is that it offers weekly promotions like Taco Tuesdays. Each Tuesday, PrizePicks discounts select player projections up to 25% to provide even more value. So go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's go to prizepicks.com/CLNS, use code CLNS for a first deposit match of up to $100. And remember, whenever you support this sponsor, you're supporting this channel. Thank you. So let me get into what this article had to say here. It continues on. The Los Angeles Lakers have announced their coaching staff for the 2024-25 NBA season, reshaping the personnel around new head coach JJ Redick. Former NBA coaches Nate McMillan and Scotty Brooks headline a talented list of assistants, also including Bob Baer, Greg St. John, Lindsey Harding, Boy Levesky, with head video coordinator Michael Wexler. The article then continues on. The Lakers have done a good job in giving Redick the veteran support he'll need in his rookie year as a head coach on a roster with contending aspirations. Nate McMillan is an 18-year head coaching veteran who last coached the Atlanta Hawks before being dismissed in 2023. The former player also served as an assistant coach on 2 gold medal winning Team USA rosters in 2008 and 2012, and is a very respected coach in the league. Scotty Brooks is a 12-year head coaching veteran, last being in charge of the Washington Wizards until 2021. He spent the last 3 seasons as an assistant coach on Chauncey Billups' staff in Portland, so he's already well equipped with how to help a former player who's now a rookie head coach. Outside the big 2 names, the Lakers have also added 17-year coach veteran Bob Baer, who spent the last 2 seasons on the Charlotte Hornets. Baer also has worked on the staff around the NBA, with the Lakers being his 9th team. Greg St. John returns to the franchise after previously serving as the head of player development from 2019 to 2021. He spent 2 seasons as an assistant with Jason Kidd on the Mavs before spending last season with Frank Vogel's Phoenix Suns. Lindsey Harding is the first woman to be named as an assistant coach for the Lakers, coming off a triumphant head coaching season in the G League, where she received Coach of the Year for her work with the Stockton Kings. The former WNBA player was an assistant and player development coach for the Sacramento Kings for 4 seasons prior to spending last season as a head coach of their G League officiate. And the last article said, and the last person is, Bay is getting his first job as an assistant coach, spending the last 4 seasons as a player development coordinator for the Los Angeles Clippers. Michael Wexler will serve as head video coordinator, a role he held last season with the Minnesota Lynx during the 2023 WNBA season. He spent last season as a coaching associate on the Suns. So you heard what the article had to say there. What are my thoughts on all of this? First of all, I think it is smart on the Lakers' part and JJ Redick's part to go out there and get people that are smarter than him, or at least people that have more practical experience in the thing he's aspiring to do, right? JJ Redick may have the theory, he may have strategies in place, but these people that he's going out to get, especially those 2 assistant coaches, they've actually coached in the NBA for a number of years. So that was a very, very shrewd, smart move on his part to go out there and get these guys that have that level of experience. So that's the first thing. It seems like as if he's going to be surrounded with good counsel, at least experienced counsel, which is something that you absolutely 100% need, when you're going to be a rookie head coach. In terms of how all of this plays out, well, it's going to be an interesting one, right? It's going to be a very interesting one because we don't know what to expect from JJ Redick whatsoever. There are going to be many different things at play here, where a lot of us are wondering, is JJ Redick going to basically call it down the line and hold everyone accountable? If you're going to hold the 6th man on the team accountable, are you going to be able to hold the star player when he's not playing well or not doing his job? You're going to be able to hold him accountable. I think that if you have a scenario in which certain players are getting preferential treatment in terms of being held accountable, I think you may end up losing a locker room if they see that, okay, wait a minute, you only have the courage to say X, Y, and Z to me, but you don't have the courage to say that to some of the big dogs on the team. That may cause a divide in the locker room. I'm also going to be interested to see how the dynamic plays out with Bronny James, because JJ Redick, during Bronny's introductory press conference with the Lakers, he was very vocal, basically saying that Bronny James earned that spot. So I'm going to be interested to see if there comes a time during the season when JJ Redick decides, look, we're going to play this guy, and how will other players on the roster feel that are probably better or more experienced and the veterans, how are they going to feel? How is it going to be able to keep them engaged with what's going on when you're playing a rookie 55th pick over them and giving them potentially their minutes, giving it to him? So these are going to be interesting things we're going to have to wait and see. Also, I think I'm going to be very interested to see how JJ Redick handles turmoil for the first time, because it's not going to be a kumbaya session. If you look at the standings and the landscape in the Western Conference, the Lakers are not even in one of the 5 best teams going into this year. You have teams out there like the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks. You have the Denver Nuggets, and some other. You have the Grizzlies are going to be back with John Morant. You have other teams as well that are going to be. You have the Oklahoma City Thunder. You have these teams as well. So you're going to have some top tier teams in the Western Conference, and it's going to be interesting to see how JJ Redick manages the expectations from Lakerland, right? Because when things don't go well, you better believe he's going to be the one where they're going to be pointing all their ire towards. It's going to be towards him. And if he's going to be his usual combative self, like he was in his introductory conference, cursing at the lectern, I don't think that's going to blow over well with the Laker fans. And I think it's not going to work in his favor, right? So it's going to be a very interesting season coming up. I can't wait to see how this thing plays out. This season is going to be one for the record books when we're talking about drama, and I just cannot wait to see it. So what I want to know from you guys, what do you think about the decisions that JJ Redick has made in terms of the people he surrounded himself with, in terms of his coaching staff, and how do you think JJ is going to perform as a rookie head coach coming into this season? Whatever you guys think, please leave your thoughts and comments in the comment section. We catch you guys on the next show. Peace.